Tony D and Little Joan with the Screenwriter's Rant on Hunting Souls, a monster movie, I believe. I think it's low budget. An actress by the name of Sunny Mabrey is in it. It's billed as a thriller movie, but it didn't look too shabby. Looks fairly well executed. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. Thank you for buying my books and checking out my channel. Now, this is a couple. They live in a house and they have a sick little daughter. Typical setup in a horror movie, because you have somebody vulnerable and you have a family. They got to protect her. And they are haunted by some sort of demon that besets them and does all sorts of horrible things. The events in the trailer look pretty standard for like a monster movie. You've got the creepy shots of the house, sort of in the woods. It's not bad. It's not a bad lighting setup. You got the trees illuminated in the background and the contrasted with the windows, so it gives it sort of an ominous kind of look to it, even though seems to be like a regular house. You got the family, the power's constantly going off. They're creeping around the house. Bad things are happening. They keep getting hurt and attacked. Weird things on the walls. It's called Hunting Souls. And the daughter is sick, so she's extra vulnerable. It's about all the info I got. The doctors examine the girl, and there's stuff wrong with her. Of course, they're going to blame the parents, that kind of thing. So I looked at, there's not much on the movie. I mean, I looked it up on the IMDb. Directed by Diego Silva Asvedo? I think I'm saying that right. And who also wrote it. Good for you, doing all the heavy lifting. Don't know any of the actors. Usually in a movie like this, you'll get probably a big name actor to do some sort of cameo or with sort of credit, but I guess they couldn't get one. But Sunny Mabrey is touted as being the lead here, so I believe this is Sunny. She seems fine. It all seems fine. It seems like your standard monster movie, and then there's a shot at the end of the trailer where they hint at the monster. I think with the little girl. Somewhere in this mix, there's a shot of the monster. Maybe it's here. Yeah, here's a little girl, and then I think the demon puts his hand over her or something. There you go. Yeah. So that shot right there, that indicates to me it's a bit dark though. I think it's a low budget movie. Could lighten it up a little bit, simply because I can't see what the hell's going on, but. So here she is. She's washing a wall. There's some sort of warning painted on the wall, which I assume they blame the little girl for, even though she's probably incapable of doing that, and it's very unlikely. So this appears to be a solid low-budget entry. First act, you got a family. They're living their lives. Daughter's sick. It's all set up. And then weird stuff starts to happen, right? They take her to the hospital after an incident. She's injured. Parents are questioned. They, of course, suspect the most normal, grounded things. Did she have an accident? Did the parents abuse her? What's going on? And, it's just weird. Well, don't understand why your little girl has these injuries. Maybe it's because she's sick. I don't know. Then it starts to click up, right? In the second act, weirder and weirder things start to happen. Clearly there's something supernatural here. The parents try to drive it away or try to explain it. Doesn't work. Looks like the cops get involved. I don't see a psychic or a priest in the mix, so maybe they don't go outside their own family and friends, but that's normally what happens in the movies, right? They call in the psychic or the priest or whomever to try to deal. Oh, I deal in a strange phenomenon. I can help you people, but you should get out of the house. Helpful, but at the same time ominous. And then things just keep clicking up. They keep getting trapped in this dark house instead of just leaving. And slowly but surely, the demon appears more and more until finally in the third act you get a big confrontation. Probably a guy in a suit in the dark kidnapping the little girl, and the father and the mother having to confront it in some way or fight it. And in the end, they're probably not going to kill a little girl, but maybe one of the parents sacrifices themselves to save the girl, or maybe the family escapes. If you look at a movie like Poltergeist, they all escape at the end. Although the actors in real life, some bad things happen. In some of the other similar movies, usually they're going to get away, and then maybe there's a hint that they may come back. The demon may never exist. Or if you have sort of an ending more like Paranormal Activity or the Blair Witch, the monster wins at the end, right? And they all die, essentially. Or it's implied that terrible things happen, but you don't see it. You just imagine it. So maybe it's an ending like that. I don't think so. Usually with a little kid, they're not going to go with something that dark. It's too much for people, right? Yeah, you don't want to see a little kid, even just a character in a movie, die unless they really deserve it, and that's good luck selling that. I think I talked about my friend who was a big-time horror fan, and after he had a kid, he couldn't watch a newscast where children were in danger. It just would freak him out too much. So, yeah, I think they would stay away from that. I think it'll probably be at least a happy to ominous, mildly ominous ending where the family gets away. Maybe there's some hint that the demon's still around, but that's it. But no doubt some other people die, right? The cops maybe, or the family friend, or whoever comes over to help. Right? No, get away from the door. So it's not bad. It's not a bad name. Hunting Souls kind of fits in with a demon type thing. I will say the movie looks a little dark, but look, this is a low budget affair. I think I couldn't find the budget here. I think it's mostly a low budget affair, and this. Let's see if there's any more info here. No. And I had to go to the IMDb for the synopsis to really find out what the deal was. But it's not a bad title. That's all right. Hunting Souls goes along with the demon. It sounds relatively ominous. And the setup, I think, works. I think the setup works. So, probably be okay if you like horror movies. I mean, it could be a little more intense. I'll say that. It doesn't look very intense. And I'll say that the shot of the monster at the end, I think it's probably wise that they didn't show a longer shot of it. They only just teased us a little bit. Because that, to me, indicates they probably didn't have enough money, or maybe the suit doesn't look that great, and they can't really show too much of it, because you're gonna say, oh, that's a guy in a suit. And you want something that looks a little unnatural as much as you can. So you darken it up. You don't show it that, quick shots. Hopefully it kind of sells it better, So, yeah, Hunting Souls 2022. I think you could do worse. Billed as a thriller, I think it's more of a supernatural movie. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes, and we'll see you tomorrow.